Hello, everyone's coming on today. Hi, having some technical difficulties. This is the third stream of today, so we'll see. The last two died at 1 minute, so hello, Mike Henderson, Bill Long, 911, Tess, how are you doing? All right, we're gonna hit my 1 minute. I hope you go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, we're good. There we go. Hello, Mike Henderson. Hello, Tess. How's everyone doing today? Kevin Kelleher. Also, I have a bit of a sore throat today, so I'm going to be talking quietly. I have a bit of a sore throat, so it's not going to be my usual loud talking. How's everyone doing today? Are you having a wonderful day? Oh, look at the mountains behind me. They're so majestic, so beautiful, you know. Hello, Stephen Roberts. How you doing? I feel strange kind of talking quietly. There we go. How's everyone doing today? Having a good day? Hello, Dynamite. How is it going, Dynamite? All right, we're at our usual place. We're at the chapel today. There we go. It's in the 70s in Ohio. Oh, it's not even that warm here in Sedona. No. It's not even in the 70s in Sedona. Oh, I wish it was in the 70s, though. There we go, doing fantastic. Good to hear. I gotta find... Mum went up. I gotta find her, so she can do the talking. All right, there's Mum. Okay. Oh, yeah, we got some skunks, do we, Mum? There we go, the skunks are out. Hello, Lance, how you doing? There we go. It's good to have you back, Lance. We missed you. There we go, we missed you so much. There we go, everyone taking photos. Oh, let's go find Mum. Gotta look at the amazing view, you know how it is. Also, I think today we were gonna, there we go. No food or drink, don't you forget it, okay. Okay, like I said, I have a sore throat today, so I'm talking kind of quietly. How are you doing today, Lance? I hope all your family business got squared away.
Hey, everyone.
There we go, Mum, you do the talking today.
Okay, it's Mom, the Toothless Wonder. Anyway, somebody had asked last time about what the name of the rocks were, so let me just give you a quick... If you want to turn around.
Yeah, formations.
Okay, yeah. See this one straight ahead here?
Yeah.
That's Bell Rock.
Okay, I'm going to line that up with your hand. Okay.
Right there, that's Bell Rock. It kind of looks like a bell. You could pick it up and...
Yeah, I see it.
This is Courthouse Butte.
Courthouse Butte.
Yeah.
She is a butte too.
And then on this side, I can show you once we get up there, is Cathedral Rock.
Okay.
Those are the three main ones around here. They've got some in the village, but you can't see them from here that have a different name.
Also, I think they all actually technically have names.
Not all of them. Like, I don't think these have names.
There we go. Mountains of a lesser name.
Oh. Like, those might be called Two Squaws or something.
Exactly, yeah.
I think over in Chapman they've got one that are Two Squaws.
Two Squaws,
or they're the Three Squaws.
So politically correct.
It's the Three Squaws. Oh, yeah.
So politically
so
correct.
Here's the funny thing about the whole word with squaw.
Okay, do you know what squaw means, chat? I bet you don't.
Okay. Well, it means a female Native American, which is a misnomer anyway, because there were people here before the Native Americans were here.
There we go. Bill Long says, I love Mum's pink top. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Yeah. So we used to have a freeway in Phoenix that was called Squaw Freeway, Squaw Peak Freeway. Because there's a peak, we actually have a peak that's a huge, people love to, that live in Phoenix, love to hike up that peak, Squaw Peak. It's been called Squaw Peak as long as I've lived in Arizona. I mean, we came to Arizona when I was a kid, so, and suddenly they decided that wasn't politically correct. And so there was I can't remember if she was Hopi or Navajo, but one of them, she got one of the first Native Americans to die in the Gulf War, and so they renamed it after her, so it's now called Piestewa Creek.
Piestewa, yeah.
But it's like, what's wrong with squaw?
I know.
Yeah.
And you want to know, they used to sell these. I think they stopped.
In Jerome.
In Jerome.
Oh, yeah.
At the gift shop, they used to sell replicas. There's a little token. And little token, it was for, you know, cowboys who were coming through. And the token was a beer and a squaw. I think it was like 25 cents. It was a very solid deal. They had a lot of bargains back then, you know. Very frugal, the cowboys were, you know. So you got a squaw and a beer, 25 cents. Bloody hell, you can't pass on that. No.
Well, Jerome was a huge boom town at one time. If you see like pictures of it around, I think it's around 1910 or something. I mean, you've got like Model Ts just lined up at the whole street because it was a big mining boom town. And so that's why all those things were, you know, tokens and whatever and stuff like that were created. But
yeah, I think anywhere there was mining, people came to get in on the goods, you know.
And then you know what happened? What's interesting like that is that once the mining was over and people moved, there was the hippies moved in. Okay, what Nixon called the filthy, dirty hippies.
There we go, good old Nixon, yeah.
And they moved in and they just took over these abandoned houses. They just moved in and lived in these abandoned houses. And then at some time in, I think it was maybe the 1980s or something, they decided to allow whoever was ever living in the house that they could have that house. So it was deeded to them, I think, on a, what was it? It was based on a...
That was some sort of eminent domain.
Yeah, no, it wasn't eminent domain. I think it was like a squatter.
Adverse possession. There you go.
Not adverse possession. They did engage in adverse possession because there were title holders to it, but to the properties. But it was a what do you call it when they
Good old communism. Good old communism.
No, there's a word for it.
There we go. Hello, Vance Grady. How you doing? Hello, Vance. Keep those lights on, Dingo. Always keeping them on.
So anyway. That's Bell Rock and Cathedral, Bell Rock and Courthouse Butte, and then we're going to go upstairs and maybe we can, ready to intercede, ask the saints to intercede. They have, this is actually a shrine, and they have all the apostles. They have relics of the apostles and St. Barnabas, and they say St. Paul. Here's the thing, if you're not a Catholic, Matthew, who was the last apostle to be made an apostle, was actually chosen by the other apostles. And Christ interceded and said, no, I don't want him. I want Paul. So St. Paul ended up becoming the 12th apostle. But when you look them up, it'll say Matthew is part of them. But then, St. Paul became the 12th apostle. When he,
there
anyway.
you go, and the rest is history.
So we'll go and ask them to intercede. I know I've got something. I'm sure you're going to ask. Also,
I was thinking, why don't we, since we're doing religious iconography here in Sedona, I thought today we might double down and go to the Buddhist temple right after the chapel. So
it looks like a hippie place rather than a proper
well,
church.
There's no inside area.
Yeah, it's just outside.
Just kind of wander around. It's still pretty nice though.
Yeah, it's nice. It's all red rocks. It's lovely.
There we go. Madrid was a coal mining town?
Madrid.
Well, that must be Madrid, Texas, I think.
No, New Mexico.
Madrid, New Mexico.
I know when we drove New Mexico, it was so funny to see Madrid. I was like, what?
I know, there's a few Madrids.
Right, because we lived in Spain for 4 years. So.
There we go. Vance, $20 rates.
Oh,
Vance, thank you.
So sweet.
There we go, so for some dinner and some prayers. Okay, Vance, thank you. The lights at Dingo, you've been keeping them on for so long, Vance. For so long.
We'll light a candle.
Executive producer Vance Grady. We'll light a candle.
For you, I know Rose was saying she and her daughter needed some prayers.
Also, yeah, so we'll light a candle for whatever you...
For everybody.
Everybody at home. So have someone in mind. We'll go up there right now. I know we've only been on for 10 minutes, so there's not a lot of views yet, but we'll light a candle. And Vance, thank you as always.
We usually do the first. We're not hungry. We've actually been feeling a little under the weather, so.
Yeah, I have a bit of a cold or something.
So we're not hungry yet. So.
Not hungry. I know. No, we got to do our regular Chipotle.
But we thought we'd start with this first today.
The finest restaurant in all Sedona.
Did you put that chapel on the thing?
I don't know. I was having problems getting it going, so I don't know what it says actually. this point. Hi from Grants, New Mexico.
Hello.
There we go. Connie says Madrid, New Mexico.
Yeah, but I think you pronounce it Madrid.
Well, I know they say Madrid, Texas.
I don't think there's a Madrid in Texas.
There is indeed. Really? Texas has an everything from Europe.
Really?
Yeah. And
well, I think it's interesting that how the whole of America is named after Europe. There's Greek and Spain and Italian places and
I think in areas
French places.
I think in areas where they weren't too creative, you know, the Cowboys. Not a lot of them. They had not a lot of them were creative. You know, they're like, let's just name it after our town from old home. You know, New England. You know, New York. New Los Angeles.
New York was
no, wait, that's original. Never mind.
New York was originally New Amsterdam.
Still new though.
That's true.
Why they changed it, I can't say. Maybe they liked it better that way.
You used to.
Istanbul was Constantinople. Now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. At a long time gone, Constantinople.
We're disturbing the peace.
Oh. What's going on down there? Okay.
All right. So
there you go. Connie says, right, Madrid. There you go.
Madrid, right.
All right, Ernesto Landeros.
I thought that was so weird.
That is weird. They did. What, the horn?
I don't know why they just can't pronounce it Madrid. I mean, that's what it's named after.
I know. Well, they did change Los Angeles
Memphis,
to
Memphis.
We're walking in Memphis. Do, 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 do. All right.
But the whole of America's got names that are all from European countries, and all of them. England.
Well, like I said, you know, they couldn't think of a new name, so they were like, I'll just call it the old name. That's good enough. You know.
Ireland. I don't think there's any Irish places, is there?
There's no...
Derry? Is there like a Derry? Or...
There's no Dublin? I think there is a Dublin, America.
There is a Dublin somewhere.
I've heard of it somewhere. I don't know.
Germany, I know. Scandinavian places. Anyway, the whole European country.
There we go. Chipendo. Howdy do, Dingo and pals. Howdy do to you.
Got a wild dingo on the loose.
We got a wild dingo on the loose. Oh, he's running a bit slow today because he's feeling under the weather. So I'm talking a little quieter than I usually do because my throat's all out of whack. So we take the long walk. There we go. House ACC says there is a Dublin, Ohio.
There you go.
Dublin, Ohio. I'm sure they pronounce it Dublin or something.
And that one is Cathedral Rock.
God, look how beautiful it is today. Oh, the sky is so nice. There we go. Dublin, Ohio is where they make Barbasol shaving cream. There we go. That's their claim to fame. To make a little Barbasol shaving cream.
Mama, I'm gonna take a picture of you.
Oh, the clouds.
I think the guy that sculpted.
There you go, Rob Price. That's nobody's business but the Turks.
What?
Do 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 do. It's from that song I was saying.
Oh.
Anyway, go ahead, Mum. Look at the sky, so beautiful.
The guy that sculpted Mount Rushmore was from Denmark. I think he was Danish.
Oh, there we go. Kevin Kelleher says there's also a Dublin, New Hampshire.
Oh.
It's the headquarters for the Yankee magazine.
Oh.
Huh. Those are my wins for the day. Answers to questions that never, ever be on jeopardy. There you go. That's nobody's business but the Turks. Do 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 do. Oh, such a beautiful spot. It never gets old.
It never gets old. There they are, poison their
I was just about to say, there we go, Mum. What do you reckon that is right there, Mum? Point at it. There we go. What is that, Mum?
They tried to tell you like we think we're all shit.
It's not condensation? From compression under the wing?
Condensation would disappear right away.
Compression under the wing? There we go. Van says, Mum looks beautiful in a pink top.
Oh, thank you, Vance. And if you don't believe me, look up. There's a really good documentary called The Dimming.
Ooh, the dimming.
Dimming.
Sounds like a horror movie.
Well, It is horrible what they're doing. And it's all being engineered by the DoD. But anyway, let's just think about some nice thoughts here.
Nice thoughts. And we should also talk about the news today. We'll talk about that in reading.
Oh, yeah.
The Supreme Court ruling. We'll save that, though.
Yeah.
We'll save that. Lots of discussion to be had, so.
I love the smell. The smell of a Catholic church. It's
It
incense
does smell
and
good.
candles.
I know, the candle and incense.
Yeah.
They're very nice. Look at the red rock, so vibrant. Using a different phone today. This one, the saturation is much higher than the other one. It's so red. There we go. Even if you're not chatting, you get the like button. Thank you, SACC. It's so warm in here too. So warm. We're busy today. That's nobody's business, but hello, Ronnie C. How are you doing? I'm going to be the one coughing today. There we go, Kevin. What's the temp in Sedona? What's the temp? About 65 or something?
I think it's 60.
It's a little kind of a little chilly. Yeah, 62, 3.
The sky, the clouds are so dramatic.
I know, so dramatic. Tabernacle. Gift shop closes in 10 minutes. There you go. Sedona is one of those places where it is impossible to take a good or a bad picture. Well, what does that mean? I don't know. Yeah, it's funny, there's still some sand on the stabilizer from Hawaii. There's a couple of grains of sand right in there. Remember, I used a stabilizer there in Hawaii? I haven't used it since. There's a bunch of sand on it. I wish I was on the beach. The beach. And there we go. Every picture will look amazing, but fail to capture being there. True. There we go. Hey Bob, you should come over here to Panama City Beach, Florida. That sounds pretty boss.
So do you want to go light a candle?
Yeah, I'm gonna light a candle. praise God, but don't forget to stop by the gift shop. You gonna go what? Oh, we can both do it. Okay.
You can leave that back in.
Well, I thought we were going to light a candle.
Okay, I'll wait till then.
Okay, we're going to light a candle. So, chat, have someone in mind. There we go, Bob, go up there and give them a Dingo sermon. Okay, welcome to the Church of Dingo. Ooh, not a lot of candles available today. Okay, chat, so do you have someone in mind? This is for you. Any wishes you want? Anyone who's recently deceased? Or not so recently deceased, either one. Okay, Lizzie. Okay, Lizzie, do you have one in mind? Is this for you? There we go, so that's a candle for all the chat today. So this is our candle right there. Branded Calpedo. So does anyone want to share who their candle's for today? Who do you have in your thoughts and prayers for today? There we go. Bless everyone in the chat. I like that one. Appropriate. There we go. God bless everyone in the chat. I like that. That's nice and inclusive. There we go. We need as much help as we can get. There we go, Vance, for our dear friend Hemingway. Our dear friend Hemingway and everyone in the chat, I know. I miss our friend. Poor Hemingway.
You want to set that up there
There
again?
we go.
It worked.
back.
I don't know if you're going to do a close up of
Yeah.
the Tabernacle.
The Tabernacle.
There's
Yeah.
okay, to the left of the Tabernacle.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Well, whatever. It's like
Yeah, see this right there? That's a rose.
a rose.
I never noticed that before.
A metal rose? A gold rose?
Why are you taking it back? I was going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a gold rose. Right?
You won't be able to.
Anyway, the thing that's sticking out to the left, it's a gold rose. And the Notre Dame Order of Nuns, that's their symbol as a rose.
Ah. There we go. My dear departed mum would say, "God bless everyone. Now let's go to Vegas." There we go. MJ, Bob and Mom, come back. Don't leave us alone. We're scared. I'm glad you appreciate it, Renee White. So much going on, nice and, mellow.
Those are the stations of the cross.
I know, they're railroad spikes.
Down at John Jane painting, they say these stations of the cross every Friday during Lent. Look at that. A toothless one.
Well, it happens, well. Hello, Diana McMahon. Hello, Bob and Mom. This is so lovely, thank you. I'm glad you like it. This is definitely not a Vegas stream. But it's good.
But you can
Nice and mellow.
You can ask. There's relics there, 12 apostles there. So you can ask them to intercede on behalf if there's something that you want. You can ask them. I know. Lizzie, I can't either. This church, every time I come into this chapel, it makes me very teary-eyed. I don't know why. That never happened to me in any other chapel.
There we go, ASMR. There we go, I'm adding ASMR sound effects now. There's people behind us. There we go. Well, shall we boogie, Mum?
You know what's interesting? It's interesting, that I was, there's a...
There we go. Vance says, "You're still gorgeous, Mom, tooth or not."
Oh, you're too sweet.
You don't even need your tooth.
You know what's interesting? They did this, I was reading this documentary on water. And water has memory, It's quite an amazing thing. It's self-cleansing and so on and so forth. But they actually, one of the things that they did is because people, holy water, because when you come into a Catholic church, you always bless yourself with holy water. And I don't know if you noticed, but there's a font next to it so you can take some holy water with you. And they usually have that in shrines around the world.
Yeah.
But they actually did a study and they showed that holy water has certain properties to it. So that when it's blessed by the priest, it takes on certain properties. I mean, that's like astounding to me. You know.
Indeed.
But what water does is it takes on I should say it takes on not the properties, but it makes a photographic memory of everything that it passes over.
Yeah. There we go. It's a gorgeous area. It is indeed, Gail.
It is a lovely day.
I mean, I know Ayers Rock is pretty boss, but Sedona's Ayers Mountain. This is Ayers Mountain.
It's what?
Well, Ayers Rock, it's a big red rock, you know.
It is, but you know, to get
This
to
is
Ayers
Ayers
Rock,
Mountain.
it's like in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it takes like 6 hours. You have to fly into somewhere special, and it's like a 6-hour drive out to Ayers Rock.
Yeah.
I mean, you really have to want to see
No,
that.
it's way
thing.
out.
We've never seen it. So.
That's way out in the outback, so.
Yeah. Well, I think it's even like beyond outback. Yeah. It's dingo turf.
It is dingo territory. Dingo ate my baby. All right, we'll give you a view. The clouds are nice today. Show us your dream house. There it is, right there. That's my pad, you know. Here's my pad, you know, just, you know, a little something, little pied-à-terre in Sedona, you know. Got the grotto. Got the telescope turret, you know, 20-car garage. Just everything you need, nothing extra, you know, right there. Faucets. The basics, the basics.
Anyway, so I also wanted to say that, I was going to say that last time we were up here, I called that girl a bitch, and I didn't mean to do that. It was very mean of me.
I know, Mum.
And
not that it's an inaccurate statement,
but no, it is. It's unkind. It's an unkind statement, so I apologize for that, especially during Lent.
Yeah, I know. Love thy neighbor and so forth and so on. There you go. Dr. Dingo. Yeah, that's me. That's my house down there, Dr. Dingo house. Solid gold faucets. They do it up Trump style. Well, even though this is a chapel, it's still got to be one of the bossest spots in all of Sedona.
So what did you say the Buddhist temple shuts?
Sun up to sundown.
Oh, so sundown is not till like 7 or 8 now, isn't it?
I know. I wonder if is that true?
Well, should we go eat? Are you getting
Do you want to
hungry?
eat or go to the Buddhist one first? Where do you want to go?
Well, if we go eat, it's uptown, and then Buddhist is on that way. It's like West Sedona.
Okay.
So if we go to West Sedona and then back, it's kind of like backtracking.
Okay, sounds good.
You want to eat? Well, we have this other place that we want to show. We found it's got some kind of cheap eats, but it's not going to happen today. So
I know, we keep trying to go there. It's in a weird spot, though.
it is in an odd spot, and the other thing is it doesn't have a view like Chipotle.
Chipotle's got the view.
Yeah, and
They got it on lock.
and also it doesn't even open till 5 o'clock in the evening, which is fine. We can always do this. Start the stream later.
There we go. I just can't believe the scenery is so beautiful. Beautiful world. He made a beautiful world, I know.
That's why it's so, it's just so disheartening, that, people want to destroy this, poisoning our air and our water and the earth and the food, poisoning us, it's very distressing.
I know. Kevin Kelleher, Lent and on the grounds of a chapel. It's okay, Mum, it happens to the best of us.
Oh, okay. Yes, exactly. Who was
Well,
that?
she is.
Kevin?
That was Kevin, yeah.
Okay, Kevin, yes, well. I'm the bee.
No. She had it coming.
So that was wrong.
No, she had it coming.
That was wrong.
That was justified.
No. it wasn't.
Justified.
No, 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Justified.
I'm not going to give you this to drink out of because
No. I got my flu.
Yeah,
You don't want it, Mum.
Do you want? I've got a zinc thing. Do you want another one of those?
I'm okay for now.
Yeah.
Got to save it up for the water at Chipotle.
You shouldn't be.
I know, the water at Chipotle. It's so sweet and fizzy. There's something terribly wrong with the water in Sedona. I don't know what's... I think Willy Wonka's chocolate factory is leaking or something. That fizzy sweet water, you know.
But I thought that was interesting. I've never noticed that. It's the first time I've noticed that rose on the crucifix in there.
Well, that crucifix has a lot of odd stuff on it, actually.
Well,
there's apples, there's
well,
rose.
the apples, I think, represent
It's a tree.
the Trinity. The tree is the tree of life, and then I think it also something to do with the 12 tribes of Israel. But weren't there really 14 tribes of Israel?
Oh my God, Mother, so many.
I know.
Oh, our people been wandered through the desert for 40 years.
And what's interesting about St. Paul, you know, he was a non-believer. And,
well, you know what I say? Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer.
There you go.
Not a trace, a doubt in my mind.
Well, there's a famous story about him. You know, when I was a kid, we had to read. We either had to go to mass or read about the saints. And there's so many saint stories. I don't remember them all, so I think I've got this one right. St. Paul. Well, St. Paul is actually, there's a lot of famous artists, you know, the classical artists, you know, the masters, painted a lot of St. Paul on the road to Damascus, because that's when he was struck blind. He didn't believe in Christ's resurrection. And so then he got led into Damascus, and then something happened, which I can't remember what exactly. And anyway, Christ restored his sight, and that made him a believer. And of course, he was from a Syrian family, because Damascus is in Syria, so which is interesting. So
yeah, there you go, good story.
But I think a lot of his teachings were in Syria and a lot of places. Anyway. There you go.
There we go. We got Christine in today.
Hey, Christine.
Hello, Christine. You getting crunk
you?
without me? I'm so jealous. Okay.
I'm so glad he's not
getting
going to
so
Vegas.
crunk.
Yeah. I think you're a bad influence
Getting
on
so... No, you're a great influence on me.
You're trying to, you know...
I can talk to feisties, get to have some fun, you know.
I think you're
It's very non-Sedona. We don't have beers and squads here anymore. That ended 150 years ago. Where's the beers and squads? That's all I want. I want the squads. I want the beers, you know. There we go. Can't wait to come visit you guys. So gorgeous, I know.
It is pretty here.
I can't believe you've never seen it, Kristen.
It's really pretty, yeah. It's very pretty. Every day we come out and we look at this, we like, you know, we feel very lucky.
Well, it never gets old. It is amazing.
Yeah, beauty never gets old. And you know, that's always surprising to me, because what most of the viewers want is Vegas never gets old to them. And to me, Vegas is the same old.
Well, especially that one Vegas vlogger. What the hell? I'm just going to say who it is. The other me. He sits in the same spot on Fremont Street every day. He doesn't even walk around.
Who's the other you?
The other me. He just stands in exactly the same spot, does a stream every day from exactly the same spot.
Who is it?
The other me.
Is that what
It's the name of the channel.
Oh.
Look, we got a chihuahua. Look at it. Oh, he likes the sun, doesn't he? Bark? No, he's sleeping. Does he want to be pet though? I know, he's a sleepy doggy. He's like, don't bother me. Oh, he's a doggy. He's very sleepy. Yeah, that's true.
I know, it belongs to a dentist. Not a dentist, a doctor of some kind.
He's got a patent on some medical thing.
That made him a
And
millionaire.
it was the biggest house in Sedona. I think it's changed. But there's like gold-plated faucets and all sorts of gaudy stuff in there.
Yeah.
I know they got a grotto. I mean, you need a grotto, just standard equipment, you know.
Exactly.
That's actually...
Well, there might be some.
There must be more on the other side. There's no way.
Look at the pond and stuff with the water.
Yes,
pond.
yeah. He just got his own fish in there.
And there is a...
That's probably a koi pond.
There used to be a turret, a telescope turret. I don't see it anymore.
Is that the I Love Lucy house?
Is that the I Love Lucy?
Ball house.
No,
Yeah?
it's there?
Well, yeah, Lucille Ball.
Really?
Well, it wouldn't be that house.
No, it's not that one.
That one was built like in 2005-ish.
Really?
That one right there, yeah.
Yeah, this one's only maybe about, what, 15 years old?
I want to say like
Who
2006.
built this one?
This was a doctor. He got a patent on something and became very wealthy, and so he came here and built
It
that
looks
one.
like a country club.
I know.
Yes,
You
yeah.
can actually see a listing on Zillow. They have gold-plated faucets and stuff inside. It's ridiculous. So.
Solar panels on the roof.
Yeah.
But Lucille Ball had a house
At
up here.
one of
I
the
wanna
most
see.
famous house, the most famous house in Sedona, they said, is the Ball House. So Lucille Ball. So
Nice.
I don't know where it is.
I don't know.
never heard
I don't know where that one is either.
Well, we live here.
Lucille Ball. Oh, kind of
Just
interesting.
Google it, you'll see it.
Wow,
We've never- I
interesting.
know Tom Cruise lives here and has a house
kidding.
here, and the other one.
You'll see Travolta's jet sometimes at the airport.
Yeah, he's at the
He
airport.
comes in,
He comes
yeah.
up here quite a bit too.
Oh,
But
he's
I
so
never
sleepy.
Lucille Ball.
So is there like a town, like the shops and stuff?
Yes, uptown.
You mean like Talaki Paki?
Oh,
Like
she-
walking.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Okay,
all right, you tell him
where
up.
are you staying? Or are you just up for the day?
Where are we staying? The flower wall or something
Is
like
it that way? Is it the
Yes.
village?
Yes, it's
Okay.
back in
Well,
the-
when you
It's
come
by
back.
the village.
Oh, okay. All right. Then you're going the opposite. When you go back out here to the main street, make a right.
Okay.
Okay, and you go down, you go to a roundabout, and when you go to the first roundabout, on the left-hand side is Talaki Paki, and it's our shopping mall. But it doesn't look like a shopping mall. It looks like some kind of old, it's really, really
It's
nice.
really cool.
So there's that. And then if you want to go to Uptown also, just continue on that road to the second roundabout and keep to the right. And then go up, and then you can't miss it. There's some construction going on, so we'll be slow getting
And
up
so
there.
is that where the grocery stores are and stuff?
No, the grocery store's in West Sedona.
Oh, okay.
But you have a grocery store out there.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
There is one out there. It's
Okay.
it's kind of like a Sprouts.
Oh, okay.
Where are you guys
This
from?
is small.
California?
St. George, Utah.
Oh, really, Utah?
Yeah.
Ah. Are you Mormons?
No.
No, Catholics.
Christians.
Christians. Yeah.
No, we're not Catholics. We're just Christians.
That's Lucille Ball House.
Let me see here.
You've probably seen it somewhere.
Oh, I know exactly where that is.
The
But
Lucille
that's not
Ball.
Lucille Ball's house.
Oh, I do know where that is
Maybe
too.
not
That's
anymore, but it used to be.
that's on the other side of this mountain.
Yeah,
Really?
that's Lucille Ball's
Is
house.
that?
That's how I looked it
It's
up.
that old?
No,
Oh, okay.
Maybe it used to be hers. But I don't think it
Oh,
still is.
it looks too modern.
House
to be
of
hers.
Seven
She's
Arches,
like
also known as the
100.
Lucille House.
She'll be 100 years old. Yeah.
Got some
it
photos
100?
taken. Yeah, it's not that old.
Yeah, I know exactly where that is.
Yeah, it's funny. I was
That's
just
what she was
I was talking to you the other day about that house. It looks like not like a house. It looks
Yeah.
like a little hotel.
Yeah.
And I thought it was strange actually for Sedona. I was wondering what it
The other
was.
one that had the house here was what was her? Was it the boob actress?
There's a few of those.
Pardon?
No, not the older one, like a class or one of the classes.
The one with fruit on her head?
No,
No?
that's Carmen Miranda.
Okay.
The one that did the bras, the bra commercial.
Oh, you mean the dark-headed lady like in the 50s?
Yeah,
Oh, Russell.
Russell. She has her house. Her house is actually up for sale right now.
Oh, wow. What was her first name? You know the girl.
Russell. Yes, the guy's supposed to know the girls.
Big boobs.
Jane Russell.
Jane
There you
Russell.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Jane Russell, right.
Yeah,
But I
she was
didn't know
Marilyn
about-
Monroe's. She was like in Marilyn Monroe's.
Yeah,
group.
that was her. Well, isn't her daughter an actress? Isn't her daughter the one that's in? I don't know. I can't remember names anymore.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
You got great teeth.
I need to be brushed. I've brushed them since this morning, but
We've been doing a lot of driving around today.
I gotta get mine. I gotta go get a cleaning. Anyway.
who's calling me? Okay.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.
Nice talking with you. I did not know that was Lucille Ball's house.
What?
I've never heard that.
It's an odd looking house.
It is
I've
odd.
never heard the Lucille Ball story.
Right, I've never heard that either. I know the Jane Russell house.
Well, also Walt
But that's
Disney was
actually up
here. A lot of Hollywood people were
Yeah,
here
yeah,
though.
yeah.
But Lucille Ball, I mean, she died, I guess, in the 70s. Yeah, that would have been, that's possible. Because she did a TV show in the 70s where she was the granny. It was like Lucille Ball,
Well, she
The
did
Next
3 shows.
Generation.
She does the I Love Lucy, everybody knows her, and then she did two other.
Well, she did I Love Lucy where she was one generation older and then one generation older.
Right, she did 3.
And then there was one, it might have even been the early 80s, where she was the granny. Does the time work out on that?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
so,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. And I think her kids are in it too. Lucy and Desi Jr. in one of the last one.
Oh, there we go. 63 Connie says, Lucille Ball's brother, Fred Ball, did own the house at one time.
Ah,
Lucille Ball owned the land around the house, but not the house.
okay. I knew that because
I've never heard that
I've
story.
never heard
That's
that.
new.
So that's why.
I mean, Tom Cruise and Travolta, we know all them. Walt Disney, you know, the storybook, the children's storybook guy. We know their stories.
But that's actually very Sedona. A lot of people come here and they buy a lot, and then they don't build till later.
Or never.
Or never. But that would make sense then. That would make sense to me that her brother built the house. And that's why we've never heard of it.
There you go. Lucille passed in 1989. So I think she had a TV show, I think it was like 81 or 2. Yeah.
Yeah, 3.
Where she was the granny. It's kind of funny. There's clips on YouTube. She has like a Walkman in. That was the hip thing in 81.
Oh, wow.
A cassette player on your belt, you know. All right, Mom, what do you roll? Are we rolling?
Shall we?
Okay.
Well, it's just, we got to go eat and then...
And then to the Buddhist. Okay. Got a scarf at Chipotle. The greatest view in all of Sedona.
Just one last look.
Taking a look there. Oh, there we go. That's a good shot. Wait, how do I get the lens flare? Right at the... Gotta get the angle right. Okay. Where's the lens flare? Right there, some lens flare. Okay, I like it. That's a nice shot. Right there. There we go. Life with Lucy was her last show in 86. Yeah. Okay. So that was right before she died. 6, 7, 8, 9, 3 years.
Life with Lucy?
Life with Lucy.
And then what was it?
I watched a documentary on her once. I think it was like last year or something. They were talking about all her latest shows that were not as popular.
Well, she's actually quite an interesting person. She was one of the first women to buck the studio system. She said, "No, you're not going to pay me this much." She says, "Then I'm not working for you anymore." And then she was the other one. Desi actually was the one that he created the 3-camera system that they still use today when they shoot television. And they also did the record it now and show it later. And that was another thing because they were living in New York at the time when they wanted her show I Love Lucy. And everything was shot live out in New York. And they were living in, in LA. She goes, "I don't want to go to, New York." So she came up with Desi actually came up with the idea of shooting it on film because everything was shot on film in those days. It was shot on film and then developed and shown later. So she was quite an innovative lady. Said, who was it? Somebody said she didn't have a sense of humor at all. Was it
really?
Marlon Brando said she was the most unfunny person he ever met.
Brando, he's so method. Yeah. Also, it's kind of funny to think about it, but in Lucille Ball's day, they didn't have a way to record video.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about it. Everything was live.
And it was live. And
magnetic tape hadn't been invented. Well, actually, Hitler invented it. His people. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Magnetic tape where they put metal on the plastic.
Yeah, that was him?
That was, yeah.
Wow.
That was Germany 1935 or something.
Wow.
They were cutting edge.
Wow.
And they used that to rebroadcast as broadcasts across Europe. Anyway, but it never made it to wide use until much later. Probably the 60s, I would say. Before then, there was no recording of any kind. It was live. Or they do it on film.
But that was a movie. And so what they did, what Desi came up with the idea is shooting the show on film.
And then they use a thing called telesync, which is basically a TV camera pointed at a movie screen.
Exactly.
And that's how they did that's how they did a rebroadcast.
And then the 3-camera system, they were the ones that came up with it because they figured they had to do it in a very kind of economic way. And so they came up with the 3-camera system, which is still used today in television.
And that's also why you can get like I Love Lucy on Blu-ray in HD because they shot that stuff on 35mm.
Yeah,
so the quality is really high, actually, for being so old. So kind of funny. There we go. There we go. And she has the worst dedicated statue in history. Looks more like Carrot Top.
Who did?
Is that in LA?
Who?
It's got to be Lucy.
Had a tattoo?
No, worst dedicated statue.
Oh.
There we go. Wow, I'm old. I remember watching I Love Lucy on a black and white TV. Gail from South Australia.
Wow.
Woo!
Gail, how old are you?
She's
like 80?
Could have been 5 years old, or even then. We're going back.
5? Wow.
Well, when did that? I think that show is on what, the mid-50s? The mid-50s? So yeah, we're going back. I heard a story where Gail, 62. Well, I think Gail, she's from Australia, so it probably aired in Australia like 10 years after America. Because the shows, they used to not... this is always the most beautiful walk, by the way.
You love this.
I know. It's just so amazing. It's just absolutely extraordinary. Well, there's a lot of people here today.
And the twins are doing well.
So yeah, in the olden days of television, there used to be huge delays on international rebroadcasts. So the shows would air in America, and it would take 10 years for them to get to another country.
Well, because it's
because of license,
to China.
licensing and stuff. Yeah.
Well, not only that, then it would take. It wasn't like air. You had to put it on a boat and.
There's like this old joke. You go to Eastern Europe, and they're like, "Hey, do you watch Baywatch, the latest hottest show? Today."
I remember when Auntie Helena, she shot. She was in the Incredible Hulk. And they shot it in Ireland.
Oh, Jesus.
And all the children were like, "Oh, do you know the Incredible Hulk?" No, it wasn't. Something else she was shooting there. I can't remember what it was.
There we go. Could be no color TV until 1974.
Oh.
Okay, that sounds about right. Also,
What's amazing about live TV is this is live TV now.
I know.
This is what we have. Live streams are like live TV of their day.
I know. And except, the difference is it's wireless and it's global. And the quality's better. It's extraordinary. This is one of those tech things. Also, this didn't even exist like 10 years ago.
Oh, the sun's shining.
That's how new this is. Hello, Brian Z.
Hello, Brian.
The statue was in her hometown of Celeron, New York. It's been replaced. All right, let's go right into let's do a close-up of the cactus. I like this. There we go. It's like a nature documentary. How close can we get? Not too close. Ooh, so prickly. Sky Boss, hello Sky Boss. Tony, when's your next cruise? I love your cruise ship live streams and videos. Oh, thank you. So Tony, I have a few more ship vids I have to post. I've shot them, haven't posted them. And then we got a cruise at the beginning of April, I think. Tony wants...
Tony what?
Wants to know when the next cruise?
At the end of April.
Okay, the end of April.
To say, because we've talked about this cactus, and in case there's new people here, this is the prickly pear, the one that's blooming there. That's a jumping cactus. This is prickly pear. The prickly pear is the only edible cactus there is, and that's why the javelina eat it. If you ever see chunks out of this thing, that means, see, there's a chunk right there.
Also, don't touch it because the thorns are like sticking you.
Yeah, there's a chunk right there.
I made that mistake the other day.
Yeah.
I don't believe, it can't be the only edible cactus.
It is.
You're telling me these things are not edible?
No, they're flowers.
They're yellow.
They're flowers.
They gotta be good. And then Scott Kohler says, and we also get to interact with the host.
Exactly.
That's also a huge upgrade.
I was going to say it's not scripted, but there are some that are scripted. I think there's some live streams or there's some...
Well, the podcasts are kind of...
Yeah.
They read kind of. Although I think what we do is kind of a podcast. Because we talk about politics for an hour while we're eating our burrito, which we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the Supreme Court ruling. I know you want to hear about it. We'll save that for later, though. I know, Gail, it does hurt. Also, it's not just the big thorns you have to worry about. So you got these big ones. You can avoid those.
Oh, the little teeny
There's these little microscopic ones, like right in there.
Yeah.
You cannot get them out. They're like invisible, and they'll just wreck your life.
Yeah.
So don't touch those. They're very... I don't know how to...
These are going to bloom. See these little things on the top here? These are blooms are about to come. They'll probably... I don't know that this gets enough sun here.
No?
Cactus is supposed to get 24 hour. I mean, not 24, but like all day long sun and
Yeah.
heat. That's why I think these are purpley looking. I don't think they're getting enough sun.
What a view. Also, there's a bunch of photos on, there's a bunch of stickers on the back of the sign. I just noticed. Okay, what's all this stuff? There we go, Little Smokies. Highly satisfied. Dr. Dax's Universal Citizen. Live the life you dream. Spare Vista. SD to NY. Chucky. Interesting. I have to put a. I have to put a. I have to put one of those. Margaret Thatcher stickers on here to. Tracks required either. No, laugh tracks are annoying. I think one of the worst things ever invented for TV.
Here's something interesting. These have got berries on it, but I don't know what this is.
I don't know. There might be baby berries. There we go. Does anyone know what this is?
I don't.
What are these berries? I'm sure they're poisonous though.
They say you're never supposed to eat berries in the wild, but I think blackberries,
You know, it's funny.
blueberries.
Of all the things that are poisonous to eat in the wild, and there's quite a few, there was some man that had to try it one day and died. So everyone else.
Or maybe got sick.
I was reading about interesting stories. So there's this mushroom they eat in Japan a lot. There's a mushroom. I can't remember the name of it. It's called like a ghost mushroom or something. I don't know. And everyone used to eat it. They'd go pick it and eat it. It spontaneously became poisonous. It evolved.
Because people were picking it?
I don't know. It evolved and
wow.
became fatal
Wow.
over the course of like a month.
Wow.
And so people were like, "Why is this killing us now?" And the mushroom just switched the poison on.
Maybe it decided it was getting plucked too much.
I know, fascinating. Isn't that amazing?
I know. Nature is so wonderful. And then you get these Dr. Moreaus who want to change, put chips in our brains and think they're better than our immune system. And these guys are lunatics. They don't even know a tenth of how anything works anymore,
Also, I was talking to someone. They say that mushrooms are an alien species. They came on an asteroid or something. I was thinking about it. It kind of makes sense. Every plant on the planet shares the same kind of structure. You got roots, trunk, branches, leaves,
and some fruit, some flowers. Every plant on the planet Earth does that. How except
small,
mushrooms.
how big, a tree, a tiny thing, except mushrooms. They got spores and pods.
And then what's the other thing? Is it octopus or?
They say octopus are also a foreign species. They're very unusual. No bones, 8 limbs. They change color and they have ink.
But I don't know that I believe all that. I mean, everybody's, it's like they're saying we're all living in a illusion right now. And this is all a simulation. I'm like, you know what? There's no evidence to this, the fact that this is a simulation. I see that rock there. I see that tree there. I can touch it. It's not simulated. That my eye might not see beyond what we see doesn't mean that it's stimulated.
Also, it's funny.
The thinking on that is kind of like, it's like those lefty lunatics. They just come up with shit that doesn't make any sense.
That last stream I did in Vegas, I ran into the other streamer, and he had little bottles of Fireball, the same ones that Dustin got me.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is one of those moments in the Matrix where the system ran out of memory. It maxed out on RAM, and so I had to duplicate some assets. That was too weird, I think about that stuff, Anyway, let's go. Here we go. Chipotle. Mushrooms are gross. Mushrooms are delicious. They taste like the earth. They're so great.
No, mushrooms are so healthy. Let me tell you,
Gail says she doesn't like them. They taste like dirt.
Oh, really?
They taste like delicious dirt.
Well, I think what you need to do is maybe try a different mushroom, baby.
Also, they're loaded with fiber and all sorts of good stuff for you.
Let me tell you my mushroom story, people.
You got a story?
Well, yes. Okay, so this is why I think so much. You read stuff in it, so you want to wait a minute and just put it on me?
Yeah. There
Okay.
we go.
So,
I
I was getting a lot of these little skin tag things, on my neck. And I was like, what the hell is this? What the hell is these skin tags? I'm like, why am I suddenly getting them? Anyway, to cut a long story short, There's a lot of stuff that says, oh, it's because it's diabetes. I've been tested. I don't have diabetes.
The Wilford Brimley.
Right. So it's not that. That's rubbish. So, you know, and yet there's so much information on the diabetes and the skin tag. I'm like, but it's all rubbish. Anyway, I finally found something that said, oh, it's actually a virus. It's caused by a virus, skin tag. And the way to get rid of it is to take shiitake mushrooms. So I found a tincture from my...
Shiitake mushroom.
So I found this tincture from, it's called Secrets of the Tribe. That's where I get my ginger and my cinnamon root, cinnamon. Anyway, and it's got shiitake and some other mushrooms in it. And I started taking it like about a month ago. And guess what? All my skin tags are disappeared.
Whoa.
Except this is the last one. And this one is shrunk. So it actually shrinks your skin tags. Because I looked up, I've looked up many different remedies. You got to put paste on and you got to get some
paste.
I'm not kidding you. It shrinks them. So, you know, as far as it being connected to diabetes, that's rubbish.
Got the Wilford Brimley. The diabetes.
Well, I've been tested. I don't have it.
I know, neither do I. Also,
I don't know how I would. I mean, we eat so well.
Pre-diabetes is also like the biggest joke.
That's the biggest scam to get you on.
I saw a comedian. He had that in his opening act. I forgot who it was.
Modern medicine is a big scam.
Well, no, he was like, so your daughter goes into the doctor. The doctor comes out. It's like, okay, are you sitting down? Okay. Your daughter, she has pre-diabetes. And the dad's like, oh my God, so this means she's got to take insulin? No. This means she's unhealthy? No. What does it mean? It means she could be unhealthy in the future, but she's perfectly fine now. But this is serious. That's pre-diabetes or pre-whatever, pre-cholesterol.
The reason why they do that is because they want to put you into their system as, you know, pre-diabetes so that they can then diagnose.
Well, they can give you meds.
Right, it's rubbish. It's all rubbish. I mean, as I said, the skin tag thing, found out it was a virus. I'm like, I don't even know how I can have that virus because quite honestly, I mean, I do a cleanse once a year. But anyway, so that's what it was. I started taking the shiitake tincture and boom, there you are. They've disappeared. And this is only 1 month later. I'm like, wow.
Little shiitake. Shiitake mushroom. Hey. There we go. Bob, I'm sending you a $10 Chipotle gift card. Oh, thank you. Covering the Chipotle. Poppy says, what was Mother taking for skin tags?
I'm telling you, you go to...
So it's an extract of mushroom?
Yeah. You what? Pull over here so I can tell her. Once we get out.
Okay.
Because they're closing out.
Shiitake mushroom. Hey.
Okay, so...
Well, I guess I can put it on you while we're driving.
Okay,
Anyway.
okay, so what I take is it's a shiitake and other mushroom tincture that I get from it's called Secrets of the Tribe. You know, and actually it's a company out of Nevada. I found them
local. Okay.
I found them quite a few years ago. Because I can't take pills. I'm so sick of taking pills. So I take tinctures. They're so much easier to take it. And it's shiitake mushroom, other mushroom mixture from Secrets of the Tribe. And I get a big bottle, like 4 ounces. And I still have like half a bottle, and I've been taking it. I take it twice a day.
And so, do you ingest, or do you put it directly on the skin tag?
No. You ingest it. You put it in your mouth.
You don't put it directly on the tags?
No, because it's a virus, which means the virus is in your body.
Okay.
Yeah. So you put it in your mouth. I take 1 dropper full. It's a big dropper because it's a big bottle. I took 1 dropper full in the morning and 1 dropper full at night, and they've like disappeared. I'm like, wow.
Shiitake mushroom. Hey.
So. Because we were both feeling a little under the weather yesterday, I got this, it's really good. It's Amy's or porcini mushroom soup. Oh my God. It was really good.
Oh, it was very tasty.
It was really good.
Also, I needed that infusion of mushroom energy. I needed that infusion of alien plant juice.
Yeah, when I first got sick, my naturopath actually had me taking... I can't remember what the mushrooms. I'd have to look them up again. I still might have a bottle. She put me on mushrooms because they're very, very medicinal.
Also, they taste so good.
And these were mushrooms that were, they came out of actually Hawaii. They're made in Hawaii. They're a mushroom that comes out of Hawaii and it's made in Hawaii or maybe native to Hawaii. Because I would imagine in tropical climates that mushrooms are probably quite prevalent.
There we go. Gail from South Australia says, the only mushroom I took in the 70s was magic and I swore off them ever since.
Oh no! Oh no!
There we go. Magic mushrooms.
I've done those a few times too when I was in my youth.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did they expand your horizons, dude?
No.
No.
Knowledge expanded my horizons. But it was a fun trip. We did it. We used to do this at, this is when I was at UCLA. And at the end of finals, a bunch of us, my friends and I, we'd take mushrooms and go to Disneyland.
Well, there you go. That's a very wholesome activity.
And I have to tell you, I know wholesome for what you're doing, right? And I have to tell you, the light parade on mushrooms is unbelievable. Look at this.
I know, it would be.
Or doing any of those things, and the rides, everything. And I lived at the beach, so that was always cool too. I could actually see, you could see colors in the waves. Like there was many colors in the waves. It was astounding.
Your email, thank you, GMACD. I gotta put that to use. I can't pull it up today, but next time, guaranteed.
Well, I would consider that a super chat.
That is a super chat right there. Thank you, GMACD, for the super chat.
What does GMACD stand for?
I don't know. It's all capitalized, so it is an acronym. Also, it's funny. The stabilizer, it tracks with the motion of the car, and then it goes off level, and then it kind of goes back. Stuff's all magic, There we go. I need a lot of mushrooms to go to Disney. Well, nowadays you'd be in line for 3 hours just to go on Magic Mountain, and you would get postal just waiting for it. That would be the difference today.
I just wouldn't go to Disney anyway now because they've just gone so woke.
There we go. What did Elon say to the CEO of Disney, Mom?
Told him to fuck off.
Go F yourself. Go yiff yourself. There you go.
I say yay to Elon.
Yay. I know when he said that. There we go. New text. YouTube. We're buffering. Alright, we're back on. Alright, new text super chat. I appreciate it. YouTube takes a huge percentage of super chats.
Oh yeah, they're now taking 50%. You're not going to believe it. The last time we did this stream, Dingo got quite a few.
Yeah, so we had a lot of very generous. Thank you so much for supporting the channel on the last stream. A lot of very generous super chats. It was $150 total, $150. Thank you. I got 82 out of it.
Can you believe that?
So 150 to 82. YouTube is there.
That's like 50%.
It's outrageous. Outrageous. So.
And you can't complain.
There we go. GMA says my name is G McDonald. Okay.
Oh,
G Mac. There you go.
That's a
G Mac D. There you go.
There you go. That's a very, very good Scottish name. We had several girls at school that were McDonald family. I remember the McDonald sisters. There was 4 of them at my school.
There we go. I'd like to take a trip to Sedona. Where do you recommend to stay?
Oh my goodness. You just have to look around and see what the best deal is, because you can go from like $600 a night, or $800 a night over at, in Chapman. I think L'Auberge is up there too, to finding places that, I think, like $80 a night?
Yeah, I know. Even, I remember looking it up for Hemingway, actually. One of the last times I talked to Hemingway on the phone, I was talking about, what's the hotel next to Tlaquepaque? Albergados? No. Yes. No?
Oh yeah, Albergados.
Albergados, it was like $70 a night.
Yeah, they had
and that seems a nice, it's a great spot.
Albergados is where we do Feisties. It's right here on the
Senior
left.
Feisties, yeah. You got it born in Paisley, what? So there's the Lucille Ball house, by the way. In case you're wondering what they were talking about, there it is. And there's people behind me.
Right there. That's it, right there. See,
So,
up there?
I always thought it looked very strange. But Lucille didn't live there, though.
She never lived there.
I've never heard that story. That's brand new.
Yeah.
That's new Sedona lore.
I was going to say but she bought the land, which is very common. People come here, buy a lot, and then they don't build. And her brother was the one that built the house, so.
Well, also, she, you know, feisties.
Right.
If it's a low price, I'd recommend that.
Yeah.
It's a timeshare place, but it's a super good location. You can go to Senior Feisties, get crunk, walk home.
And then the other thing too is that if you do, I can't believe they put that tower up. Look at that.
It is exceptionally ugly, I gotta say.
They just put that up.
Also, it has a lot of equipment on it.
They just put that up.
Well, no, it's been there for a while.
No.
I think they added more stuff to it.
No, that hasn't been there. I would have noticed the view.
It has so much hardware. It has satellites and cell and regular antennas. I don't know.
Okay, so let me a little bit back to the hotel. Okay, the hotels like this is a nice one. Cedars on the Creek, L'Auberge is on the Creek. What's the one that's kind of run down?
There's a few.
Where are you going? We're going. I thought we're going up this way. Okay. What's the one? The Orchards is on the creek, but they're kind of like run down. But it's right on the creek, has a great view of what's behind us when we go to Chipotle. But you have to check the prices because I don't know. Everybody's got a different budget. And then the other thing I would suggest.
I know you're gonna do a Dingo style, or you're gonna go bowling. You know.
Well, the other thing is if you go on the weekend, the prices will be more. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But Monday, if you go Monday through.
I don't think the weekends are actually a lot more here in Sedona. I think that's a Vegas thing.
Oh. I don't know. I think they probably have.
There we go. I like timeshares because they usually have a full kitchen. It is a huge benefit of a timeshare.
Yeah. Especially here because the food here is, we don't eat out much here and that's why we don't know very many of the cheap places. Or there are no cheap places, I should say. It's because, I mean, we have eaten at practically all the places here, but they're very pricey. So it's not something that we do every day, you know. But we did find that place, but it's way over there. We can check it out.
There we go. I love this place's beauty. I hope it never gets too populated. Boy, oh boy, Mom and I talk about that a lot. It's already too populated. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. And, you know, and I don't think we're going to get illegals here, but who knows? Because, I mean, these, you know, lunatic communists are just, you know, they just push themselves into everything. You want to back up here? Just pull in.
Pull in. It's okay. All right, Chipotle, and I hope we have enough time after this to go to the Buddhist temple.
Well, you said sundown. Sounds like what?
It's coming soon, isn't it?
Yeah.
8? It's not that late.
I've noticed.
6?
Well, it depends also what you mean. Sundown.
All right, here we go. The most beautiful Chipotle in all the land. We walk right past these super pricey, non-Dingo style restaurants right there. No.
That's a mum place. I want to go. I want to check this place out.
Yep. Nothing I love better than spending, you know, $20.
But I'm going to have to go by myself.
Nothing I love better than spending $25 for half an iceberg of lettuce, you know. Always great.
Well, so they're getting this sidewalk finished. It's a new sidewalk.
Well, they're taking their sweet ass time though.
Well, look, they poured the cement. I have to go shower. I have to go save.
So they're just putting in a bigger sidewalk. Oh, I guess it was needed, kind of.
It was just as wide.
That is true. There was a sidewalk there already. All right, this is your tax dollars at waste. My favorite phrase, your tax dollars at waste.
I think it was more that they wanted to put up more of a barrier because there was only one railing. Don't you remember?
Well, also they're going to put in some plants. There's some dirt, so they're styling it up a bit.
You know, one thing about Sedona is they really keep it pretty. That's why it surprised me that that tower right there. I mean, they don't allow that sort of stuff here. That's shocking.
I know.
Somebody got bribed.
Someone got or they didn't have a choice, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, you mean it was the federal government imposing themselves?
Very possible. It does happen. Or I think they could have been like, well, I do like my cell phone to work, so F it. Let's just put it up, you know. Hello, Elizabeth Lopez. Roseanne, how are you doing? Salsa? We can get that, you know. Alright, the most beautiful Chipotle in all the land. Zoom. You remind me of me and my mom. I'll have a salad, please. And can I have 2 tortillas on the side? Oh, so tasty. There we go. You remind me of me and my mom. So beautiful. Oh, that's nice, Jay Bless. Yes, please.
For here, for Sedona.
For here?
That's my rice.
No rice, but pinto beans. And I'll go for I think this one. After that last time. Barbecue. And can I get some veggies on there too?
Yeah.
Nice. And okay, we'll have corn salsa. And we'll go for medium. And then also pico and spicy, all the salsas. And spicy too, there we go. Oh, que picante. Alright, and cheese. And I got some sour cream too. There we go, nice. Thank you. That's it?
Would that be all for you, sir?
That's all. Can I get a water cup though?
Okay, those are organic.
Organic drinks?
Organic.
Dang.
Organic.
Oh yeah? Yeah. Oh, give me 1 minute. You got anything to do? Yeah. They got those chains. That's not going to work all the place. Press the ladies. You think the gold chain suit me?
I think so.
Not too bad, okay. He's amazing. There we go. Got the goods today. Oh, there we go.
I washed the table.
Okay, nice. Whoops.
Well, it was a little dirty.
Was it?
It was.
All right, let's see if we can get us right in the shot. There we go.
Can you see the back?
Yeah, I could probably tap on it. There we go. Now I can see the back.
Oh, you didn't get a sauce.
I did get a sauce. You think it needs it?
I don't think it is.
That helps too. Okay, I'll get a sauce. Here we go.
Hi, Dunkirk. How are you? And who was it that was saying they were born in Paisley? I had an aunt that lives in Paisley, Scotland. My Aunt Annie. Hi, Billy the Kid. How are you? You like the extra lettuce on top, Elizabeth, huh? Ooh. It's a little picante today. It's okay. Huh? Hi, Jay Bless. The sauce is a little picante.
Oh, did you get the spicy today?
I think they made. Did you get the spicy one?
Yeah.
Ooh, I have a hard time with
Spice
that.
it up. There we go. There's the eternal question right there. Elizabeth Lopez, when are you coming back to Vegas?
I know, you guys are like unbelievable.
I know.
You're like, oh yeah, well, church is lovely and all that, but when's Vegas?
Where is Vegas? All right, so much sauce.
I
don't know.
I think it's too much.
Maybe at the end of the...
It looks very,
it's very saucy. I don't know, the end of the month maybe? Maybe? I don't know.
Did you get that?
Oh,
Did you get the steak this time?
I did. Well, I got the same meat we got last time.
Oh, that's
Whatever
not
that
the
is.
steak.
There we go. Christine, I love steak bowl with brown rice and black beans, pico, light sour cream, and cheese, extra lettuce.
Oh.
We could have gone for extra lettuce, I gotta say.
Did you do the, what did she order, which beans did you use?
Pinto.
Yeah, I like the
No rice. Yeah.
Oh, I like the rice.
Okay. There we go. Yeah, come back to Vegas. I know, Christine. I've been at home so long. Not getting crunk or anything. No fun. No. I come home, I'm like, why am I not having fun? I should be getting crunk with Christine and Daniel, you know?
You guys drink heavily.
No. We drink a low amount by Vegas standards, so.
It's good with Chipotle. You gotta put a little sauce in them. Otherwise, it's just it's tasteless.
Chipotle is very bland, usually.
They don't have any herbs on it except for the sauces.
You gotta sauce it way up.
That's too picante for me, son.
Okay. Well, there we go. Puppy wants you to talk about supplements.
Well, what is it you want to know, puppy?
There we go. Puppy, what do you need? What ails you?
Well, what ails you, puppy?
Also, Supreme Court decision came down today.
But you know what? The fact that it was 9-0, and you know that the lefty lunatics up there on the court did that. To me, I don't know. That's so suspicious.
Well, so I had said this a while back. So I had theorized they would come down and put him back on the ballot. That way they could say, oh, look how fair we are. We have fair elections in America.
And all the lefties are going, oh yeah, but they're not fair.
We got fair elections in America, so then when they rig the election, which they will do, and they can say, oh look, see, it was all fair, it was all above board, so that's my theory. I'm sticking to it.
You know what? That's a good idea. That's a good one.
Yeah. It's all a psyop, you know. Look, the Supreme Court is so honest and fair. Put it back on the ballot and everything, you know.
Yeah, they had no problem hearing the Bush v. Gore case, did they? Oh, but suddenly when it's Trump. So Bush v. Gore was all about the establishment. It's just which establishment did you want in?
I know.
You know?
They're both terrible. $20. $20.
Well, thank you, Christine.
Thank you, Christine, so much. All right, Christine, first round of AMFs is on me when I'm in Vegas. The Vegas fun, Christine. The lights at Dingo, they're shining. They're shining so brightly. Just like Sedona behind me.
Totally, Rick. But what do you think, though? Do you think that's the reason why SCOTUS came down with that?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was interesting.
Thank you so much, Christine, again. The lights at Dingo are shining. Anyways, that's my theory. I said to Mum, this was a few months ago, I said, the Supreme Court will put him back on, and they can say, look how fair we are, you know. And then they'll rig the election in the end. So we'll be like, see, look, it's so fair. It's so fair.
Well, they're already figuring out how they're going to rig it. You know what they're going to do is first of all, they're going to rig the senatorial election. That's what they're going to rig.
They're rigging all of them.
Right. That's why they got rid of that.
They're rigging
what's his
all of
name
them.
in New York?
A big chunk of that? I think so.
And then they just won't, what is it, authorize it? Certify it? That's what they're going to do. They're going to claim that Trump rigged the election. That's what they're going to claim. My husband and I visited 2 weeks ago because of you, and we helped Carlos, the bartender, subscribe to your channel. Well, thank you so much. That's so sweet.
He says I'm the nicest guy.
Who said that?
You must have caught me on a good day. There we go, Lance Belly.
Oh.
Now, for anyone who hasn't met me in real life, this is basically what I am. So.
Well, I don't know. See, Gail, I think that you've got the same kind of politics. Your situation in Australia is the same as the UK. You don't really vote for individuals. You vote for a party, and then that party
Picks the PM.
picks the individual. And I'm thinking that is a big frickin' scam.
I know, parliamentary system.
The parliamentary system?
Not so good.
Is that the same in Canada?
Yeah. Oh, no. They vote for Trudeau, I think. Any Canadians in? Do you vote for Trudeau?
I think you may, because I remember Marlene saying, "Oh, Dad, we have a friend from Quebec. They actually live in Vegas.
Is Trudeau a president or a PM?
At PM.
He is, okay.
Yeah, there's no president anyway. So, and she said, "Oh, you know, they deserve it. They vote for him." And I said, "Well, do you think that they voted for Trump?" And he goes, "Well, no, Trump, you know, that was rigged. You don't think it's rigged in Canada? You don't think it's rigged in Australia? You don't think it's rigged anywhere in the world?"
There we go. How could Biden possibly win again? Lol. Well, he's the most popular president in history. We know. He's just so lovable and likable. His policies are all above reproach.
Well, if they think that 80, well, how many votes?
Most votes of any president in history, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
When they think that 81 million Americans voted for an Alzheimer's patient, yeah, right.
Yep. It's going to go that way again.
And you know, just think about it. There's only like 135 registered voters in America in that election. There's only like 135 million or 30 million, something like that. I can't remember what it was. So you figure They say Trump got 75 and he got 80, right? So that's 160, right? And there's only 130 registered voters. How can he get 160 total votes with 130 registered voters?
I know, it's
I
magic.
mean, nobody's even brought that up.
Numbers are magic.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go, Christine. And he knows Bob's signature drink. Every time I go into Oceans 1, I don't have to say anything. The AMF just comes out. As soon as I sit down, boom, I'm looking at blue.
I don't want you drinking that.
I got Windex. No, I'm switching to Van Rouge.
Yeah.
Van Rouge. Ah, le Vin Rouge.
That won't hurt you.
And even then, Christine, do you remember when I asked them for those G&Ts and I gave you one? And that G&T, I mean, it put me on my bum.
Oh,
There was no tea. It was just a glass of gin.
Gin always reminds me of little old ladies in the UK. They like their gin.
Right, no doubt.
I think it's with the whole Indian thing.
There we go. Some say Newsom will be president.
Oh,
He's a contender, I'll say that.
new scum.
Uh-huh.
John, it's like ruined the entire. But that's what the whole point is. The whole point is to ruin the country.
Well, so here's the thing. So, since the media operates as a branch of the government. They're not independent in any way. They simply forward the government's agenda. So you can tell what they're going to do based on what the media talks about. The media, starting about 2 weeks ago, the media started talking about Biden being too old. They had never said this before, ever, not even once. And now they talk about it every day. So they are moving someone in to replace him. Otherwise, the media wouldn't have switched it up like that. They went through his entire presidency never saying anything about him being too old, a senile, having the Alzheimer's. Then one day, they flipped it up like that and decided to talk about it every day. So they are going to helicopter someone in. And it's probably going to be Newsom. I think it is. Because he's a real scumbag, and that's who they like. He'll do whatever he's told. He doesn't care. He doesn't believe in his policies. You know, he locks down everyone for Corona, and then he goes out and has a great dinner with hundreds of people, you know. So he doesn't believe what he preaches, which is exactly what you want in a politician. So.
Well, here's the bottom line.
How old is Newsom? 50s?
Who knows? Who cares?
The MSM are nothing but activist propagandists, indeed.
Well, and the other
Well, they're not even really activists, Elizabeth Lopez. They're simply an extension of the government. Whatever message they want to forward, that's what they do. You know.
This is like a big soupy mess.
It's actually not. And I have a sore throat. It's not very good. Also, the meat's all fatty.
Well, is that the same as we got last time?
It is. I think we got the raw end of the loaf.
And the other thing they're doing, have you noticed? Because I don't read any of the underground. I only read underground news. I don't read any of the propaganda news. But every once in a while, I'll look at the Tabler. I call that Yahoo News is the Tabler. And now they started saying, oh, Trump, he, confused his wife with somebody else. He couldn't remember. He stopped 5 times and his, blanked out on his speech last night, which is rubbish. If you actually watch his speech, he spoke for 2 hours, over 2 hours, and he was like completely lucid.
No, he's on.
But, right. So now they're saying, oh yeah, he blanked out 3 times, that kind of shit. And that, of course, that him and Melania are on it. The stuff they make up.
I know they've been married for 20 years or something.
It's like, and the other thing is you can tell.
Stopped you mid-sentence right there.
Yeah.
There we go. When you say, Christine, Daniel and I want to move to Italy, well, that's exciting.
Move.
What a move.
I want to move to Italy. I tell you, you're going to have a problem there. First of all, if you ever watch, anyway, they're very communist right now. I would wait and see what's going to happen.
There we go. I can't wait to see Biden try to debate Trump. That's never going to happen.
No.
That will never happen.
What are you talking about? He can't even speak.
There's not even enough Adderall he can take to get him in a...
They're giving him blood transfusions on a weekly basis. He's getting blood transfusions. That's why he goes off to...
Well, so I think on the last time he was running against Trump, he was taking Adderall, Most certainly also something else.
Well, now he's on like these Alzheimer's drugs that.
But here's the thing, like those,
If you look
the mentally enhancing meds, you can't take them very long. You got to take those like once a month max.
Once a month, I think maybe once a year.
It's too much. You can't do it. So I think he's beyond the point of using those anymore. So
They're giving him blood transfusions on a weekly basis.
and the other one, that med, did you ever see my video, my vlog, buying meds in Europe? I bought one of those meds. The one that unlimited was made to replicate. I forgot what the name of it. It's called Modiadal in Europe. It's got a different name here in America though. Modiadal. They're giving him that too. But mostly Adderall because that focuses you way up. It's an amphetamine, so.
Well,
You know they give it to helicopter pilots in the military? Because after like.
they gave it to all soldiers during World War II.
But they found that like after 10 hours of flying a helicopter, they cannot fly anymore. No matter how much you try to focus them up, the brain is just off. So they're just exhausted. Like the safety just falls. So they give them Adderall after 10 hours. So, well, they try not to.
Well, I know they do that to soldiers during war. They give them all uppers.
And in Russia, we take vodka. Duh. Yes, you take a fancy capitalist Adderall when vodka will do the same
Christine, have you
thing.
guys been to Italy yet? It's not what you think it is. You might want to check out a couple of
Italy's
them.
amazing.
I love Italy. I
Love
think it's a
Italy.
great country. But it's gone communist, and Maloney, she's just a WF Bruce. I mean, still. So,
There you go. I'm drinking Maker's Mark bourbon. This is good stuff. Are you getting crunk at home, Christine? All right, cheers, Christine. Clink. Cheers to getting crunk at home. We should probably visit first.
oh, absolutely. Well, you'll like it as a visitor.
Here's what you got to do, Christine. You're going to hop on a cruise from Miami to Rome.
Yeah, get like a transit.
They're like 500 bones. You get on that cruise. It drops you off right in Rome. Your ride is rain. And you enjoy the city. I'm going to get a little more water.
British city. If you don't go to any city in the world, that's one place you should visit. Rome. Incredible. But here's the thing I have with the Italians are thieving bastards. And I tell you, if you leave your, if you're sitting down in the park and you fall asleep with your shoes on, someone will come and steal them. And also, Italy is overrun with illegals right now. I mean, they're having a terrible problem. It's not what you think it is.
And again, Dunkirk, Christine Bennett, I'm 81 years old, I miss it. I live in Boca Raton because of my grandkids. Boca, oh my God. Mother, he lives in Boca. Del Boca Vista, the finest retirement community in all of Florida. Oh my God.
On a Monday, nonetheless, I don't understand what that. Oh, you're drinking on a Monday. Well, I don't know. Do you have a day? When's your day off? Your days off might be Monday and Tuesday.
Well, just like they say, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's Friday somewhere. So it's Friday on Venus right now. I think it's a Saturday on Jupiter. So you're good. There you go. Maker's excellent with some fresh lemon juice and honey. Actually, you know what I did? I switched to red wine.
That's a big Dutch dinner.
It's awful. I don't like it.
Yeah, I think they put too much.
It's way too soupy.
It's too soupy.
Also, I have a sore throat, so I'm kind of not in the zone.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, it's got a lot of flavor. I'll say that though.
And
Also, the meat was all fatty. I don't know.
it wasn't very much meat on there.
Very little.
Usually,
It wasn't very
you
big.
know what it
generally.
is.
He made that small.
You know what it
It's
is.
a new guy today.
It's a guy. So it's a guy. When the girls give him a big load.
Well, I put on the charm, the old Dingo charm.
Well,
you know?
I think also girls, when I was the man, I got to feed the man.
Yeah.
That's the woman's attitude.
Nice.
But listen, everybody, the shit's gonna hit the fan. You need to stock up on everything. Get ready for shit. Because believe you me, they're gonna try everything with Civil War. I think is on the, and I don't mean Civil War between Americans. I think it's between the illegals. That's what they're bringing them in for too.
Well, civil wars are always instigated by the
And
government.
there's tons of illegal Chinese coming in, and they're all at the shooting ranges. They're all at the ranges practicing. So something's going down.
That's okay, Mum. The Chinese, they don't know how to fire a gun. Americans got that squared up.
Well, what I can say is we've got a lot of veterans.
There we go. The average Yank is born with a 45 in their hand. Okay.
We have a lot of veterans, and they know how to deal with all that.
Also, they love it too.
Yes, something wicked this way comes.
It's funny. I don't know if I told you this story. I ran into a Vietnam vet the other day, and he was missing his leg, you know, and. When I saw he was missing a leg, he said he was a Vietnam vet. And Vietnam vets, they're quite old now. He was like 80. And he was telling me he did 3 tours of duty in Vietnam. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, you probably should have called it off at 2. He's like, 3rd tour, they blew off my legs.
But they had to join. There was the draft.
You had to join? I don't think you needed to do 3 tours, though.
It was a draft, dude. You did what you said where they sent you.
I think after 1, you're done. You've done your
Oh,
bit.
no, you got the draft.
Anyway, 3rd tour, he got his legs blown off by the Viet Cong. One leg. He was actually fine about it. He was talking about how much he loved shooting the guns. He's like, yeah, I had the Browning machine gun. I remember getting my hands on that. He was making noises, like gun noises. This was 60 years ago. He loved fighting in the war. He loved the guns. He's like, I was in a tank. I had the big 150 millimeter. Boom! He was making noises. It was hilarious, you know, how much he loved it, you know. He's a boy. You know.
Guys like their sounds. Guys always, Dingo was always like that. He always used to make sounds. And I remember my brother, for kids, he always used to, you know, I used to take forever to get ready. Everyone's like, oh, we're ready to go. Come on. I go, yes, I'm not, you know. And my brother, he always used to sit on the pot for an hour. And he would make weird boy sounds on the pot, you know, boo, boo, and bee, and train sounds, or whatever it was.
I think it's
a guy thing.
I think guys must be in tune with sounds or something because of getting hunted more or something. There's some like caveman reason for that. I don't know what it is. More into the sounds and stuff.
It's just a guy thing.
Oh, there you go, Billy the Kid. The draft was for 1 year. Some people stayed in for multiple tours. Okay.
I thought it was once you were in, you were in.
When he told me that, my joke was I probably should have called it good after 2 tours. I think you've done your duty to your land there, you know.
Oh, guns don't scare me at all. Gail, here's the thing. I've never felt unsafe in America. I've never, ever felt unsafe in my country until 4 years ago. And so I changed that, you know.
Well, luckily we live in
I think
Sedona.
you need some protection. Here's the bottom line. You know, they're demonizing whites left, right, and center. They're depopulating the police. What is it? Defunding the police. You know,
the police are never really our friend anyway. But
I'm an old lady. I can't just run away if somebody breaks into my house. You know, I have to be able to protect myself. And Dingo's not there. Now, all Dingo needs to do is stand up and people run away, you know, because he's like 6'3" and they go, okay, I'm not dicking with him, you know. But if I'm by myself, I want to be able to protect myself. I don't want to become a statistic, you know. So, I don't have any fear of it. They're loud, I'll tell you that much.
They're scary loud.
They're
if you've
scary.
never heard one in real life,
yeah,
it's almost shocking.
Yeah, they're scary loud.
It's 10 times louder than anything you've ever heard. So.
Yeah, and I think actually that is one of the deterrent factors. It's just the sound of it. If you know, what do you call it?
I mean, if you were like indoors and you shot at the roof, I mean, it would almost blow everyone's eardrum. I mean, people would run screaming. It's so scary.
I mean, I think if there's anybody,
they're so loud.
Even outside, if you just, you know, shoot it off, you know, 1 round or whatever you call it. I don't know the technical terms. But if you just do it, I think it's just so loud that is the first reaction of every animal on Earth, including human animals. And that reaction is a loud sound makes you run away. You make a loud you run away. So I think that is a deterrent in itself. And
also, it's funny, I was listening to a podcast today. They were saying in the Ukraine, they like handed guns out to everyone a couple of years ago, like all citizenry, and it basically eliminated non-war related crime.
Yeah.
So they gave guns to everybody in the country. Basically, they knew the war was coming. Basically, that's why.
That's the same in Switzerland.
So they did it so everyone could fight the Russians, really.
Right.
But the secondary result of it was that all crime basically halted in the Ukraine
There you
once
go.
they handed out all the guns.
There you go. There you
So,
go.
I mean, here's the thing: like, you're not going to pick a fight or rob someone if you think they have a gun. Are you going to break into someone's house if you think they have a gun? You're not going to do it unless you're on drugs. Like, you're just not going to do it. Are you going to mug? Are you going to mug someone? Let's say you're out on the street, you got a knife. You're going to say, "Give me your money." If you think they got a gun, you're not going to do it.
Let me
You're
tell
not
you
going to do
something.
it.
I've got a sign in the front of our house, and it's, you know, it's like it's on a copper stand, you know, put it into the ground. There's a rifle on top, says, "Beware of owner." And you know what? We've never had a problem with any break-ins. But of course, you don't really have that problem here much.
Yeah, Sedona, no.
Yeah, right. But the thing is, if someone comes up and they see that, it's like the dog. Okay, I'll go to the next house. Oh, the house has a dog. I'm going to go to the next house. You know. So,
Yeah, Norma, what do you think of O negative blood? Does that mean something?
I don't know.
I don't even know. I don't know what my blood is.
It's a type of blood, like A, B,
I don't know.
O.
Does it signify something?
I don't think anything of O negative blood.
Do you know what your blood is?
Yeah,
You do. I don't know what mine
mine's
is.
A positive. I have never been able to find out your blood. I have asked your pediatrician when you were a kid, what is his blood type, and they never told me. So,
Okay.
yeah,
I wonder if there's a home
to,
test you can do.
I'd love to know what your blood type is.
Well, I think if you need a transfusion, it's better to know. I just thought the
Well,
test.
you don't want to get transfusions now because what are you doing? You're getting contaminated blood. With
Also,
all
I
these
think
people.
they still have to test you anyway, because if they give you the wrong kind, you die. So.
Right, but the thing is, you don't want to get a blood transfusion these days because the blood's all contaminated with the jabs. All these people, I wouldn't do it.
Here we go. If someone breaks in, I make them a coffee. Mr. Chris, you're very nice to your assailants. Your
Yeah. Well, what if they
the
don't
robbers,
speak
you know.
English?
They know what cafe is. Oh, sí, café. Ay, 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 qué bueno.
Well, you're assuming that they're Spanish speaking, but I think half the country.
No, the new wave of
There's
immigrants.
22 million illegals are in this country just in the last 3 years.
And the new wave.
22 million. And
they're
the
not-
majority of them don't speak English.
And they're not Mexican. They're coming from
Right.
far, far, far regions.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
crazy.
They're
country.
not Spanish speaking either.
Yeah. There we go. Will a lot of V people die in the next few years?
Feed people. What is
Probably
that?
vaccine.
Oh. Oh, yeah, I have no doubt. They're already, they're not even telling you. If you look, there's a guy called Ed Dowd, and he's a statistician, but he's a statistician that worked on, on Wall Street, for years. So all he does is look at numbers. Ed Dowd. There's already been millions of people that have died in America alone. They're just not telling you. And of course all the other people that have gotten sick and so on and so forth. I mean, I think it's something like, I read was it 1.2 million old people? All the people in the nursing homes and stuff, and they're all gone. We're not eating that, right?
Nah.
It's a bit, yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
If I didn't have a sore throat, I'd probably scarf it out, but I'm okay.
They don't even mention either women's babies that were killed,
Well, also
pregnant women.
because state medicine is so highly.
You want that?
Now you have it. Because state medicine is so highly political, you can't trust them to actually, one, study the things that need to be studied, and two, tell you when they found an issue. So that's where issues like blood transfusions become a problem. They may find something that's an issue, but because of political reasons, they won't release the info. It's very dangerous. It's scary.
If you figure, they're saying, I mean, I don't know how, they're saying that 75% of the population got the jab. Okay, 75%. I think it's closer to 65. That's what I personally think. But let's just say 75. Okay. So you got 75 people less, 75% of the population, some of which would have been blood donors, that might be donating blood, but you're dealing with 25% of the population that might need a blood transfusion and they're not going to be able to get any pure blood. In fact, if you do donate, you should make sure they pay you a lot of money if you're a pure blood.
Here's the thing, the government forbade you from being paid for your body pieces. Outrageous.
They're involved. Now, what do you think?
Outrageous.
What do you think
You
abortion
have to-
is about? What do you think?
No, you have to give your blood for free and whatever you donate.
And then
they charge you at the hospital. You pay like $5,000 a pint for that shit.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
that's rubbish. Though.
I was reading when you die, all the pieces of your body that are donatable are worth about $2 to $3 million. Your cadaver is worth $2 to $3 million, right? They don't let you. I mean, if they let you sell your pieces, when you died, essentially your ancestors could inherit $2 million just off of your pieces. But they forbid it. It's outrageous.
No, but they're allowed to do it.
Oh, the hospital charges you.
Oh,
Do you know a skin graft at the hospital, like 1 inch, it's like $15,000. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that, that's why the reason why they want abortion is because what they do with the fetus pieces, literally, it's dismembering the fetus inside the body. Okay. They gotta suck it out and they take it out piece by piece. Okay. It's dismembered. Literally, I know people don't want to accept it, but that's what happens. And the reason why you know it's dismembered, because the procedure is required, the physician is required to amass the system, the pieces of the fetus outside of the woman's body and put them all together to make sure they didn't miss anything and leave it inside her, because that would cause infection and all kinds of other things. So they literally dismember this fetus, and then they have to put it together like a puzzle to make sure they got everything.
Yeah.
So when people say, oh no, they don't, I go, yeah, that's exactly what they do, you know.
So yucky. I sold my plasma a couple times, gave me $40 a pop.
Yeah, and
That's a loophole, actually. Because it's separated out from blood, it's not considered like a whole donation. That's why they can compensate you. It's considered like a
Yeah, then you
byproduct.
know what they charge for that $40? They charge, you know, and like it goes to Switzerland, because most of those blood companies are Swiss, goes to Switzerland, and they sell it to, you know, people that need it for, you know, whatever, $5,000 or whatever. It's outrageous.
I know. But you're not allowed to make money off it, even though it's your body. You know. Outrageous.
Anyway.
All right, should we go to the Buddhist temple now?
Yeah, let's do what? Yeah, it's not sundown,
I
so.
wonder what Buddha thinks of all this. Should we talk to him about politics? I reckon he doesn't care.
Okay.
Well, that was kind of gross.
What? I was very unsatisfied.
No, not good, Mum, no.
I think we'll go home and make a chop.
I got it, yeah. I just sort of make a little, I don't know, pizza with mushrooms on it.
Oh yeah, you were saying you felt like mushroom. I think you need to. Did you bring the spray for your throat?
I did, it's in the back of the back seat.
Okay. Because I noticed you keep swallowing.
Well, my throat hurts, so when I swallow, you can really see it. So there we go. You need friends in this wide world, yeah. I want to move to Sedona.
Well, let me tell you
Just
something.
don't tell your friends, because we don't want anyone else coming, okay?
Well, also
There's
it's
too many
very
people here already.
expensive. Unless you can afford it, I mean, it is very pricey here. It's very pricey.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Particularly before Corona, like 2019, it wasn't really that pricey, Sedona.
Well,
The
it
run up after Corona, it's insane now. Insane. The prices, I mean, you see these houses from the 70s, they're so ugly with low roofs and stuff, they're like $1 million,
Yeah.
you know? I don't know.
it's very pricey. But I mean, if you're moving from California,
This is
then,
nothing for you.
Yeah, then that's okay.
Well, LA area, you know.
I think the whole of California is.
If you live in the desert, it's pretty cheap. Barstow, get a little house there for about 45 grand, you know? There we go, Lizzie, will Trump win?
Of course.
Well, he'll get the most votes. Will he win? No. He will get the most votes.
They were already talking about how they're rigging it. They're not going to certify the election, and they're going to accuse him of rigging.
No, they're just going to, you know, stack the ballots as they always do. You can rig it so many ways. It's so easy. Even the person who works at the machine, they don't know anything. They're stupid. You can just take a stack of like 50 ballots for one candidate. Just while you're sitting there, just sort them out. 50 for Biden, And you can just feed them into the machine 10 times. You change the outcome.
Oh, that's
I mean,
what they
you
did?
don't even
Isn't that
need,
what they did?
no, you don't need to know computer programming.
No.
You don't need to be at a high
Right,
level.
right.
It's simple as just stacking them and feeding them through 10
They did
times. It's
that.
done.
But
They did it. That's that. Remember Trump showed that graph?
Yeah.
And it showed the votes, and then this one crossed over
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
That was stacking.
Yeah.
That was a big stack of that.
The other thing, if you want to move to this area, it's not, I don't know, as I say, it depends where you're coming from. But like even Flagstaff is very pricey.
Even Phoenix is pretty pricey.
Prices.
Phoenix used to be dirt cheap.
Cottonwood used to be like the ghetto. And Cottonwood, I don't think you can find a house for under $350 there now.
Cottonwood, probably not. I don't know.
No, I mean Cottonwood's
The
got
cheapest
pricey.
city in Arizona is probably like Kingman or something. Kingman's pretty low.
But they're developed there a lot. I mean, because we've been living here for quite a few years now.
Should we go to the Buddha?
Yeah. They told you that was a felony?
You know, it's funny.
This is what I think
You know, it's
everybody
funny.
needs to
Normally
do.
I- normally I-
Everybody needs to do this. I'm going to start saying this. When you go to vote, after you vote, you take a picture of your ballot.
But it makes no difference.
Okay, wait. Take a picture of your ballot because we've all got phones now, except for me. But everybody's got a phone, you know, with a camera on it. So you take a picture of your ballot, you put something in there that shows that that's your ballot, like your ID, maybe your driver's license or whatever, but you got to show anyway, you know. So when the shit hits the fan, we all go, well, we've got a copy of what ours looks like and what I voted for.
And you know what they'll say? Go F yourself. All right, let's go see the Buddha. Time. Can I Chipotle? I'll take that drink there, Mum.
You know, I'm feeling so low.
I know.
Energy.
The Buddha will energize you, Mum.
No, I'm feeling very low energy.
Ah. There we go. Look at that horizon.
You should really be drinking that. Oh, look at the sun. Oh, look at the light.
Oh, look at BJ Rock. So clear.
Oh, yeah,
Clear
so
as day, BJ Rock. Ah, let's zoom in.
Okay, zoom in.
All right, let's show you Sedona's least famous formation. This is the one that they don't tell you when you go on a Jeep tour, okay? You take a pink Jeep tour? No way. All right, you can't really see it. There's not enough res on the vid, but right there, you see it looks like someone's standing up, someone's sitting down, and there's something sticking out. You can use your imagination.
But it's mighty small.
I don't know. I think if you were close, Mom, it's an optical illusion.
I don't know.
You just got to measure it from the right place, okay?
I think it's a little shrinkage.
Us blokes know about this, okay? It's all about perspective. I know, they're frying them up. Ooh, the sun's getting low. I hope the Buddhists let us in today.
What is that for?
And that was just a screen cover on the phone.
Can I throw it?
I was going to put it back on, but
Okay.
There we go. My daughter-in-law gave me a blood test at home. I'm also A positive. Okay, it must be common.
Oh, so you got it at home. Oh, as your daughter-in-law is...
I don't know, they have home tests for a lot of stuff now.
Your
You can get a
daughter-in-law
home
nurse, maybe?
You can get a home test for the diabetes.
Oh, you should see what you are. I would love to know, because I think it's important to know what it is in case you're ever in a situation.
True.
Look at that. Can we...
It's so funny you have common antibodies. I wonder if they're going to let us in. I don't think so.
You what?
I wonder if they're going to let us in. I don't think so. Oh, there's some feisty Sheilas. Actually, no, maybe not.
What are you talking about?
Never mind.
It's like a mother and daughter hippie.
Never mind. Well, the mother, she's...
Is this the inside where it's dirty?
Yeah, I believe it is there, Mum.
Oh, okay. Well, how come it goes streaky like that inside?
I don't know. I think it's fogged up. There we go. Billy the Kid says, I'm O positive. What's the rarest blood type? I know there's one that's really strange.
RH negative.
RH. Isn't it so weird that we...
Have different blood types?
Yeah. So they discovered a while ago that you could swap someone's blood out if they were low. But then they discovered there's like, 6 or 7 distinct groups of antibodies. It's amazing. Wonder why that is. It's so curious, And
of course that Snoopy rock there. And steamboats, we should have shown them. Oh, I think I've shown them.
Snoopy, steamboats, the less suggestive formations. No. Those are the ones they tell you on the Pink Jeep tour, so...
Thunder Mountain. Yeah, that needs to be clean, son.
I know.
Can they see that?
No.
I can.
Okay.
And there's the Sedona post office.
There we go.
I remember when they put that in.
R1. Actually, we have 2 post offices. There's a small office in that, right next to the movie theater, actually.
To where?
There's a small post office next to the movie theater, so...
Yeah, but I don't think that's the real one.
I think it is a real one, no?
I think you keep the thing in your throat.
Well, yes, I have a sore throat, Mom.
And that is Thunder Mountain.
It is indeed. There it is. So majestic.
Oh, look how that kind of dark clouds looking over it.
And I'm staring right into the sun, so... And now we're passing Sedona's most elite restaurant, Mariposa. We've done several streams there, so...
Well, I would love to go there for, another meal, but they're adding 15% to the bill with a charge, an overcharge. And they're already pretty pricey. But, of course, compared to Vegas, they're not really that pricey.
But Vegas is kind of outrageous, though.
Well, so are they.
There we go. One of the world's rarest blood types is RH null.
No, negative.
Fewer than 50 people in the world have this blood type.
RH null?
RH null.
Yeah.
50 people. It's basically...
I've never heard that.
Nobody.
That's alien?
50 people.
I've never heard of that.
There we go. High from 29 palms.
Oh!
Trump 2024. 29 palms? Where's that?
It's so funny when the propaganda media, keep going on about nobody wants Trump. I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody to stop voting for him.
I know.
I know. I mean, everybody all over the country, from the small towns to the big town. And then they go on about California, too, the Californians.
I gotta tell you that the Californians I talk to, they're usually conservative.
Yeah,
I mean,
they don't agree with anything going on.
If I run into people like at a coffee shop or a restaurant or something, they're always like,
Vegas.
They're libertarians. They're like, I have my own business. I hate this stuff. Gavin Newsom sucks.
Well, I think everybody's just fed up with the shit.
I remember we got off the cruise and we were on the shuttle, and Mum was like, "Oh, can you believe gas is $5 a gallon here, whatever it is?"
6?
And someone was like, "Thank you, Gavin Newsom."
Oh yeah.
It's just true.
They were all like, and then they all got into Haiti.
What do they do with it? I think it's further down.
I thought it was Andante.
Andante.
Next to the gas station? I always remember andante because that's a musical term. Meaning at a goodly pace.
I don't know, is it that one? The gas station? Maybe, okay. If you say so.
I don't know, we go up there so seldom I don't remember how to get there.
There we go. It's the high desert, 3 hours east of Los Angeles from where I grew up. Awesome, gruesome Newsom.
Oh, and it took about 29
29 palms.
Yeah, when you drive out to LA from Phoenix, you passed, I think, the turnoff for 29 palms.
For Andante, where's that?
Do you want to ask somebody?
No one's going to know.
Somebody look it up for us.
Yeah, can you give it a goog? The Buddhist temple, Sedona. We don't remember where it is.
I remember it's up there, but I think it's down. It's like when you live somewhere, you don't really know the names of the streets. You just know it's like
Oh.
to the left, to the right.
To the left, to the right. I would love to see some wild boar. I hope so.
They're called javelinas.
Javelines. They're named after a staff with a knife on the end.
Not up this one.
I think it's the next one after Safeway.
I think it's Andante, yeah.
That gas station. I know the one.
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
Not this would be. This is definitely not there. I think it's Andante.
There we go. Buddhist temple or Golden Corral. Well, they're equally good, so let's just do Golden Corral. I wasn't.
They don't have a Golden Corral in Sedona.
We have to drive all the way to Prescott for that.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a drive.
And we once went into that and we looked at the food and we were like, ugh.
I want to go. I want Golden Corral.
It did not look good.
So delicious. That's a buffet you can afford, so. It can't be any worse than MGM buffet last time we went.
Oh, that was really awful.
I couldn't believe how bad it was. It was
The
shocking.
The best thing about that was the Japanese tea that I stole.
I know, and you got called out for it.
Yeah.
Ju, no, take the tea. What is Ju doing?
Ju not supposed to take the tea. I said, don't you call me Ju.
Is Ju calling me Ju? Ju no call me Ju.
Oh, there's a house for sale, but I'm sure.
No, I think that fifth wheel's for sale, actually.
I like the houses here. These are. There's some. I was gonna say mobiles. This is like the old mobile neighborhood, and there's still some mobiles here.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. All of these super nice tourist destinations, like Sedona, they started their lives in the 50s as places for retirees, single wides.
In this neighborhood, but not anywhere else, I think. Oh no, there's
a bunch. They're out there,
there are a
Mom.
bunch
Yeah.
here. Yeah,
They're getting rid of them slowly, but very slowly.
Poco is not down by Poco, but that road up by Poco, and
We get there. I hope it's on this street though.
Thunder Mountain.
Oh
yeah, this is where they put in a side. There's only two places that they have a sidewalk here. Sedona doesn't have sidewalks, and up by the chapel. The next one is okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
There we.
Yeah, I thought it was up Andante.
There we go. Still open? Still open?
Yeah.
Nope.
They closed. It said.
Right there.
Did you need to get your vest out?
No, I reckon I'm okay. There we go. Name the lady's accent. I was thinking the same thing. Super pretty.
That's Chimney Rock right there.
I know, so this is a nice Sedona trail. I'm sorry the stream is getting all wonky. Have all my fingertips? These are strange questions. There we go. The only views now are the views that care about you, Bob and Mom. Well, thank you. There we go. Can we light a candle for Hemingway? I don't think they have candles. What we can do... We can't light a candle for Hemingway. What we can do is spin these. This is for Hemingway.
Good luck.
Good luck.
That's for good luck.
Well, they wanted me to light a candle for Hemingway, but I don't think they do that. No. There we go. Light a candle for the world to go back to 2017 quality. We could hope. Oh, there we go. There's a nice shot. Okay. Okay, I'm going to spin him again, so let's give it another go. I think the Buddha might approve of the spinning because the stream has stabilized a little bit. There we go. That's the shot right there.
That looks like candles over there. I think it's incense you burn here.
Well, so they don't have that tradition though.
No, well, I think that looks like candles over there.
There we go. Bob, when was your last best year? Assuming it's pre-2020. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't want to think about it. Also, I shouldn't speak too soon, but I think spinning these, I think the Buddha made the stream work now. So thank you, Buddha. Just want to show your amazing monument here in Sedona, how beautiful it is. So thank you, Buddha, for making the stream work. It was all funky. Or maybe I just get a better signal on this side. I don't know. But, oh. thumbnail. I gotta have a thumbnail. Let's hold this way out. There we go. That's the thumbnail. Come on, thumbnail. There we go. There we go. I cut out when I addressed the rumors about my missing fingers. I don't understand this. Is this some sort of meme I don't know? Also, I left my soda that way, but... Oh, feisties. Uh-oh, Buddhist pissed now. Stream's unstable. There we go. Sky Boss, thank you for joining Big Dingo Energy.
Those candles right there. Those white things?
Oh no, there's actually water.
What?
Those are water bowls
Oh.
for the
That's
Buddha.
like the one outside the Caesars.
For the
You put that.
The one outside of Caesar's though, it's a different god, I think.
It's not Buddhist? I thought it was a Buddhist.
It's Buddhist, it's not the same one as this though. It's not Buddha.
Here.
Oh, a throat lozenge?
On your throat.
Let me get my soda. Where is it? Okay, Norma, I don't understand that comment. That's weird. Okay, let's give these another go. For Hemingway, and for good luck to everyone who's watching. Hello, Corey Hayes. There we go. The term Buddha literally means enlightened one or knower. Okay. Here, hold this, Mom. I gotta tighten my belt. It's kind of loose.
Okay.
You can talk if you want.
Okay. For that, right up there is Chimney Rock. See what they say?
I guess I can go on Walkabout. Also, it's very strange. I hear pigeons.
You do?
You usually don't get those in Sedona.
It does, Billy the Kid. Well, skin and hair. Puppy brother, your oils. Cod liver oil, B12, all your bees. You should do a bee complex and cod liver oil. Hi, Trucking Landlord, how are you? We're at the Buddha temple in Sedona. I heard you just checked in, didn't you? I don't remember seeing you earlier, but maybe you were here. You went up to the chapel on the hill earlier, and then we decided to come here before the sun goes down. But it's a little chilly once the sun goes down. In the desert, we're kind of like semi-desert up here. It's all this cactus. Or cacti, I think is technically the term, isn't it? Once the sun goes down, the temperature drops rapidly. Like 20 degrees immediately.
Also, it's interesting. It says on the back side there's a sign. This thing is called a stupa. And it said the stupa is the body of Buddha. Don't put things on it.
Well, it
Kind of
also
interesting. So this is like transubstantiation,
It
like
is-
in Catholicism.
it is this
But for Buddha,
transubstantiation.
this is the body of Buddha.
Ah,
This monument.
it
So,
is like this
kind of
transubstantiation.
interesting.
And Billy the Kid was just telling us too that Buddha translated means. Let me just go see what he said. He said, we don't know much about Buddha. Literally means enlightened one, a knower.
We got a group of flock of feisties over this way.
Feisties?
Flock of feisties.
Well, I think that guy with the hat on is a guy.
Well, I mean, still, we got, what, 5 feisties, 1 guy? I like those ratios. Buddha, what do you say? Make a move or not? Give me a sign, Buddha.
I don't think they're your type, son.
Give me a sign, Buddha.
I'm already asking the apostles to
Go
intercede.
after those feisties.
I'm asking them to intercede.
Go after those feisties.
Not your type. So one of them had a scowl on her. I thought was quite scary.
Well, they're feisty as hell, though.
I wouldn't call them as hell.
They haven't eaten more than 10 calories in 5 years.
They're eating their seeds and
They
dandelion.
are indeed.
And
Keeps them
dandelion
nice and
juice.
slender. Keeps the bod fine.
Laugh out loud. Hi, Rose. How are you?
All right, I'll show you. This is Mum. She's taken 5. There's Mum.
There's another Buddha statue over there.
I might go on Walkabout before I freeze to death.
I think I'm going to go down to
It's freezing. Do you have a key?
Yes.
Okay. Also, is that an open water bottle? You want to try it?
Open either. Oh, it is.
Oh, it is open. Okay, don't drink it. It's got the hepatitis on it.
Well, it could have something far more on
Well,
it.
these are hippies we're talking about. It could have the AIDS.
Terrible.
Come on, Mom. You know
That's
it's
very unkind. That's
you.
like me and my unkind.
You know it's true,
That's
Mom.
like me calling her a bee.
She was a bit. I'm kidding, Buddha. You know I'm a nice guy, Buddha.
Look at that.
What, Mom? The view? I know, spectacular, Mom.
The problem is we're here just about.
I know, the sun's gone down. It's no bueno. Okay, let's go on Walkabout. There's a little trail, so...
Oh, my water's back. I didn't bring it.
Well, I don't see it.
You must have left it in
car.
Okay. All right, walkabout. Here we go. Dingo style at an open bottle. I draw the line at open, though. I won't do it. Oh, what a view. Thank you, Buddha, for making the stream work. I appreciate it. Thank you, Buddha. Take us to the peak. What do you mean, that peak right there? No. I don't think I'm making it there tonight. Hey, those churros I was drinking for comedy effect. I was eating for comedy effect, okay? They were gross. Oh, there we go. Look at that shot right there. I know the views are amazing. Oh, look at that view. Also, a hero pigeon. We don't have those in Sedona very often. I've actually never gone down these trails, so we'll go on walkabout together, so I think it's not very long, so there we go. Are the hippies airing out their clothes? I think it's too cold for that right now. Too cold to have your nethers exposed. And I don't know where I'm going. There we go. Watch out for rattlesnakes. Actually, I've only seen one rattlesnake, and it was about this time of day. I almost stepped on it. I don't know where I'm going. There we go. The Buddhist Amitabha Stupa is an outdoor venue for prayer, meditation, spiritual renewal for people of all faiths. I think going on walkabout in Sedona, it feels super spiritual just by nature of the beauty. Look, we got some rock stacks, so Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I can totally see a UFO coming over the hill, you know. We're not in Vegas anymore, Toto. I'm just going to kind of leave you with the sound of me walking and the birds and stuff, so kind of ASMR it. There we go, Joanna. How are you doing? Hi, Bob. So happy I caught your live stream. Greetings from Niagara Falls. Hello, Joanna. We're going on Walkabout, so it is getting kind of cold though. Hello, Joanna. So is it getting nice and warm up there in Niagara Falls? So has spring sprung? I gotta say, it's getting kind of cold here. I'm freezing. There we go, 70 today. Why is Sedona so cold? There we go, way above average temp. Well, lucky for you. I love global warming. It gives us nice summers, you know. Alright, let's spin these once more for Hemingway, and then let's, we'll go walk back to Mum. Okay, so that's the stupa of Sedona. I will spin this one too. There we go, with deepest gratitude to Eleanor and Woody Rowe. There we go, this land of pilgrimage and refuge, home of sacred Tibetan stupas, benefiting hundreds of visitors every day, available freely to all who seek, made possible by them. Omar Hong Benza, Guru Sidhu Hong, Pema Sidhu Hong, there we go. I know, I think about Hemingway all the time. I gotta post those photos to community. Also, there's like quails running under the bushes. They're kind of scary, but they're not. That's a pigeon, actually. No, that's a pigeon. What are you doing? Okay, which way did I come from? I don't remember now. Oh, I thought that was a quail. Also, here's a mini stupa. I know, Billy the Kid, I thought about this today. I was like, what can I show you in Sedona that you haven't seen? Also, this place you can kind of go on Walkabout, so super boss. This is what it looks like when you're going for a hike in Sedona. You wander around the trails. Hope you don't come across a rattler. No. There we go. Thank you for bringing us live streams, Dingo and Mum. Well, glad you enjoy them, Susan. I know the water bottle, that's kind of interesting. It must mean something. There's no way they left it there by accident. They must leave water for the Buddha or something, I don't know. Also, I have no idea where I'm going. Wonder if Mum got lost. There's no way Mum made it. Hey, Snow Machine. Hey, Dingo, nice to see you again. Well, thank you for tuning in, Snow Machine. We're on Walkabout for real today. We're not in Vegas anymore, Toto. This is 100% nature time. Okay, now I know where we're going. I know the way. think it says they close at 5, but I think basically they're open forever. They're not kicking you out. Hello? That bloke was barefoot. He was barefoot. Okay, well I'm freezing, so...
Shall we say goodbye?
We should say goodbye, I'm freezing. Oh, there we go, she's driving this Chevy Volt. Alright, Mum, we get a bad signal here, so I don't know if they can even...
We should have that in the background.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. What we'll do next time is we'll come here a little earlier.
I know, when it's a little less cold.
Right,
Yeah,
and then we can walk up the trail. Did you walk up the trail?
I did.
Is it nice?
It's pretty nice.
Okay.
I mean, I'm kind of freezing, but it's still pretty nice. Pretty boss. It's an easy trail, so
Yeah.
good for walkabouts.
Yes, it is. It's good for people that don't, can't take too much exertion.
There we go. Go get a hot chocolate. Where am I supposed to go? The Win or something? I don't think there's a Win Sedona.
Oh, I make the best.
There's
hot
no
chocolate,
Win
though.
Sedona.
I think it's called Dagoba. Dagoba. It's pure coconut. Cocoa from Peru, up in the Andes.
There you go.
It is so good. Mix it with that, sugar, milk, water. Oh man.
I hate to tell you, Mum, that stuff's made for baking. You're not supposed to hot chocolate it, but that's okay. What's that stuff that I like, that I buy in the red packet?
No, that's not baking. It's for hot chocolate.
Different.
No,
It's got the husk.
No, it's not. That's
It's
rubbish.
got the husk.
No, it's rubbish.
Got it. Sedona current temp 51 degrees. It feels colder than that, actually. There we go. We love you, Bubba Mom. Good night. All right, good night. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this stream. Went to a different place today. We'll see you on the other side.